start with the NBL playoffs. We saw not only did the Blazers even the series, but they ended up also taking a lead. So far, the series stand 3-2. What do you make of this series so far, the finals, the first 5 games, Ms. Hudson?
Of course, Blazers started slow in the first. They confirmed playing at around 5 p.m. of Friday. That was the 24th. 26th, of course, they came short. They lost again. Then they came back in game 3. They won the game with Deliba coming back on court after that injury. I would say he played on one foot because he has a serious ankle injury, but he delivered with 9 assists in that game. We saw in that game Arthur Wanyeto or Blank stepping up. That was game 3. Game 4, we saw a different script as well. Tony stepping up as well, scoring, I think, over 15 points in that game. Innocent delivering as well. Also Anthony Scott delivering as well. But Cito Oil is also a big team because Chad Bowie and Kat Curry, people are consistent. They've never gone below 16 points in the playoffs they played, in all games they played in the playoffs. So it says a lot about the kind of basketball they play and how their ball IQ is and how intelligent they are. Makai is delivering Cito Oil, but the bench isn't working. The bench isn't working for them so well. I think in game 5, in game 5, that's when you saw the bench working, but in the previous 2 games, the bench wasn't delivering as expected. Yeah, because there was a time they scored on one. I think in game 3, they had only 1 point. And then game 4, they
That's
had
the bench,
2 points. I think 5 points from Titus. Yeah. This one, that's the bench. It says a lot. The bench is delivering for them so well. But in this one, they stepped up so well because when you look at how they played that game as the bench, Titus stepped up and was among the top scorers of the team in that game, though he came off the bench. This time round, I saw Munaba starting the game, whereby he has been coming off the bench, and in the first 8 minutes of the game, he was doing a good job. This time round, they used, of course, Kat Curry and Chad Boy were the guards. Then they used Chuma, Munaba, and Maka as the biggies of the team. Blazers won the game. I would say 4 minutes to go, they're leading by around 10 points. It was kind of a comfortable lead, but of course they made some turnovers there, and Stollers tried to stop. But I love the way they control the game. Hence, making sure that they win game 5 covered. They win game 5. So we have a game 6 tomorrow, starting at 7 p.m. And we hope Blazers wins. Or we want Stollers to tie the series so that we can go for game 7, decisive game 7. That will be on Friday.
I wanted to ask you
at the end of the day, we're doing basketball and good.
Yes, I wanted to ask you about the one-on-one matchups.
Go ahead.
Yeah, especially Curry. The numbers he has been putting on, especially in the first 2 games. When I watched yesterday's game, Chukura, the big center forward of Blazers, on one-on-one matches, if you can limit Curry to, let's say, even 50% of his points or even 40%, Blazers wins the game. And what do you make of these one-on-one matchups between Curry and also Chukura, the big forward, limiting him?
Of course, Curry plays ISO basketball because whenever he gets the ball, he's telling his teammates, "Please, go away. Don't bring the screen to me. I can beat this guy." Either driving in or he's taking a jumper inside the D. So he's a big threat in that field. But of course, this time around they try to limit him. They try to limit him so much in that game because he scored only 15 points in that game. That was game. That game. So the one-on-one, I think Blazers watched the videos and they're like, we can try to solve this issue. Yeah, for Anthony Chukura, he loves that hook shot of his. but it wasn't working for him in game 5 as it has been working before. A good defense from Maka on Titus as well. As Downer who have done a good job on him, reducing him to under 10 points in the game they played. But the person who stepped up and everyone was like, wow, it's so impressive. It's James Okedo. That's when we saw the pedigree in that game and maturity. Because he scored 17 points in the third quarter and beginning of fourth quarter. It was a beast.
It was
He scored 17 points
on the
in that
page.
game. Yeah, it was.
So, it was unguardable on the paint. I also wanted to talk about Joel Lokeji. I mean, he came out clutch, especially on the perimeter. You saw those points he delivered for the Blazers. I believe they were crucial. What's your take on that and his performance, especially with Diliba taking on the guard role mostly?
He's one of the best guards we have in our league in Uganda. He's one of the guards we have, one of the best point guards we have in Uganda. We saw him at KIU, what he can do from KIU now to Blazers. He's a person who can be like, I can make these assists, I can make points as well. But if you're playing with teammates who are not who play basketball, like don't play basketball under pressure, you learn a lot from them.
Yeah.
So you can see sometimes the maturity brings a court. If you have Tony, you have Ivan Moyes, you have Joel Lokoji with the ball. After that, there's Jimmy and Nabas, where then there's Innocent Ocheda. These are all guys we've seen them with some good years and do something on the floor when they have the ball. But what Tony does is controls the game. He makes sure all the players are executed so well. And Joel is learning that from him because in the first game we saw our Blazers was rushing the ball so fast, even faster than the second game. But when he came in the third game, Tony saw them cooling down and playing according to the plays. So which is a big advantage to them. And now the guards don't have too much pressure ability. If I don't have the ball on me, someone can come with the ball and I won't turn over a lot. So I'm free to take a shot or take a drive or take a drive and assist as well. So they're somehow balanced and they're not under pressure like how we saw them in the first two games.
Yeah, how about the bench? It is becoming consistent that the Blazer bench is outscoring the City Oilers. What do you make of the deficiency in the bench power from the City Oilers? Do you think they should have really beefed up their bench, or it's just the players not really delivering when it's time for them to come on, especially in the third quarter?
When you look at the City Oilers bench, it's full of experienced players. Players have been in the finals not once, not twice. Yeah. Rogers Downer is on the bench. You've got Titus who's coming off the bench as well. This time around we saw Fayed coming off the bench. Whenever his second finals as well. Yeah. Then Okumu Emmanuel, who hasn't played in a game, is also on the bench. Kaomi last year won the championship with the Oilers. You bring Alan. Alawi also has been with the Oilers team since he has been a kid from high school to where he is right now. So I can't say the bench is for Oilers. They're full of players who played basketball some good years in Uganda. But I know they're not delivering. Though this time around we saw 21 points coming from the bench for Oilers. I think the highest we've seen in the finals.
Yes, the highest.
In this series.
In the series.
1 points of the bench. Yeah, and for that one, we saw Titus scoring 9 and Fayed scoring 6. Then Rogers Downer giving us 4, Comaket giving us 2, although he has been silent after the 2 games, and game 2. From game 3 to game 5, Ben Comaket has been silent, not the Ben Comaket we know. No.
In game 2. Yeah, then also let's talk about the ladies series. JKL Dolphins really are clinching the series 4-1. Dominate. Somebody might look at it and might say it was a dominant series, but if you look at the Lady Jaguars, there were some levels of inconsistency, turnovers. I mean, up to the third quarters, most of the series, Lady Jaguars up to the third quarters are always in the game. Sometimes even leading in the scores. What really lacked for the JT Jaguars, and what will Sudi Ulanga with his squad learn going forward?
Jetty Jaguars lacked leadership and out control the game. Yeah, they are leading. At times they would lead because in this series they would have some leads. We saw it in the in game four when they led properly, 6 points ahead of them the fourth quarter. What next? We saw turnovers coming up, like 2, 3 turnovers coming up back to back, and out scoring. So that controlling of the game matters a lot. If I have a guard like Shakira Namovia, can she come with my ball, please? Rhoda, I know she's a good guard, but please, Rhoda is a person who's fast. For her, she wants action things. She can't control the games. She can't play basketball. It's so calm in a calm way. She's fast, always fast. So Kolo, make sure Rhoda is my thinking Shakira is my guard, and tell Rhoda, please, either be a two or play good defense for me. Yeah, let's make sure we don't rush the ball. We control the game so well, and also leadership was lacking in the team. You know, I didn't see any kind of leadership being exhibited from the JT team, which wasn't the case with Jekyll, because in that Jekyll team, you could see Axie talking to our teammates. You could see Flash, who has got now in total, I think there are 16 championships. That's 16 of them. She has won more championships in Ugandan basketball than anyone else. So she's a legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought she would do on the court. That JKO team is full of pedigree, full of experienced players. Rita Manshima can give you both defense and offense. She's one of the best shooters we have in the league. Brenda Ekon, she has been a top scorer for over, I think, 3 seasons run in the league. Though she started late this season because she has been having some commitments. But you would see what she would put up on court. Of course, in these playoffs, she averaged 11 points. Yeah, which says a lot. Every Nachi, another point guard we have in Uganda basketball, who was still the best point guard of the playoffs of the season, because she was a PG then we saw Shida Lamono being the power forward in that team of the season. So it says a lot. It says a lot about her. Yeah, she's a calm point guard. She knows what to do at the right time and in the right place as well. She do both defense and offense. Hopper Kello, I can't talk much about her because she's the MVP and she has always been the MVP in this league, because we know what she can do on that floor. She averaged, of course, 15 points in this series, 11 rebounds as well. Then they've got a lethal shooter in that space, Shadia Nasanga, who single-handedly beat up UC Cannons in the semifinals, and she still took uh, that same spirit in the finals, hence beating up, of course, JT Jaguars in the finals. Not forgetting the experienced uh, Opakelo, but when I saw
Yes, go on.
when I saw how the coaches were rotating the team, I saw the coaches were rotating the team for both JKL and JT. You would see that need they need some they need some uh, was doing a good job. Was even because of points in this series, 4.5 rebounds as well, and 3 point. Agatha somehow stepped up as well. Not forgetting, of course, Becky Longom, who came in game 4 and 5, and she did an amazing job by picking up those rebounds uh, from from Master Brazil. And at the end of the day, the one the series 4-1. It's something by just something by Jekyll.
Yeah. So anyway, these are I wanted to talk about the accolades, the Fair Play Awards, MVP, regular season, Abigail Mponza, did Defensive player, I think Masebata Muriza, best 3-pointer, Ajara Najuko. These are from your X account. Point guard, Evelyn Achinji, you've mentioned her. Sheila Lamuno of UC Lady Cannons, Abigail Mpoza, all these guys, Hopper Kello, all winning accolades. That is from the ladies' side. You have anything you want to mention about these individual accolades that these ladies have won or have collected? Yeah. So anyway, go on.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go to UPL.
Yeah. The
Let's go
UPL.
to UPL.
Yeah. UPL this week. Let me pick out the 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 fixture for. Sorry about that. About our viewers. So these are the results this week. We had Barara City losing to NEC picking their first away win. The game was played in another venue, the Kacheka Stadium, I think hosted Reiji, and it was really, really vandalized. Then we had Vipers picking away wins against UPPC. Then we have KCCA winning against Coach Jimmy's Calvary. Then Wuhimba losing to visiting AC Villa, Bull Dre with Express. Yeah, so these are the results this week. I wanted you to start with KCCA. This season, remember when we started, we had this thing about Senyonji really having difficulties, really, especially in the Super 8. But KCC has come of age, especially this season. They are leading the table with, as you see there, let me share this screen with you. They are leading with 11 points, followed by Bull and Buhimba still there. What do you make of the league so far and the results?
And of course, we had the disorganization at first. Disorganization at first in the first three games of the different teams. But later they've settled down, and we've seen now the league stabilizing as well and having good results from teams. KCA beating Calvary 4-2. It wasn't news to us because we all knew they're going to beat Calvary, but we were like, but without many goals. But seeing Calvary scoring 2 goals in that game says a lot about the defense of KCCA. Yeah, how shaky they might be, because a team like Calvary can't be scoring two goals against you at home. You know, you need a good goal difference, because in this our leagues we consider the goal difference is considered if you have the same kind of points. So we need more goals as we go on. But it was a win for KCCA 4-2, good win for KCCA. Uh, can we say that with the absence of
Senyondo.
the coach who is now with under 17 Cubs, yeah, with the 17 Cubs, the team is not performed well, because in the previous two games we've seen different results, positive results from the team. But I still believe in him. He's a good coach. We saw him at Chitara deliver. We've seen him at different clubs as well, so doing a good job. So him coming to KCA is also another thing. He has this kind of system he uses, which works for him, and it's now working for the team he assembled. They made some good signings in the club, and also bring back a child is a big advantage to the club,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's one of the best left backs we have in our local leagues, and you know
Exactly.
what he's doing on the floor. Yeah, we saw him from
Squad
Chan
against
now, okay,
Calvary.
from Express Chan. Yes. So it, the team is performing so well, and hope they keep up doing such a good job, because we saw them how they beat Villa, SC Villa at Nambole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was street win for KCCA, and
Yeah.
it says a lot about the club.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
thought
Villa winning their game against Bohimba. Everyone thought it's going to be a hard game for AC Villa, but
yeah. Yeah.
we saw them coming up strong, and Mpande squad in the double in that game, uh, which is a big advantage to AC Villa, because to me it's one of the title contenders. I can't deny that AC Villa had put in a disappointed midfield, but they just got in their first win. Uh, this weekend when they played against Imbara City. That's where they got the first win, of course. Among the contenders, of course, Vipers, KCCA, SC Villa.
You
So
and also
then
Bull.
for me, the next
Bull is also there. If you look
getting
at
their
Bull,
first
Bull
win.
is second.
Yeah, Bull, yes, Bull as well.
Bull is also there.
Yeah,
Bull this
so
season is second, yeah.
actually they've been contenders for the previous 3 seasons. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't take it because of the time. Remember the time SC Villa won it, everyone thought Bull might snatch it. Everyone
Yeah.
thought Bull might snatch it, but at the end of the day, we saw with the season. Uh, but Bull is a good team, a well-assembled team with good as well. URA also came up and got their first win of the season as well,
They were getting lots of draws.
which was
They had like 4
which is so
draws.
interesting for URA. Yeah, getting their first win, of the season against PDF. It was a 3-2 game. Police, that's something derby, Interforce derby, of course, beating
They are
Maroons
fourth.
2-1 at their home ground in Kamocha.
Mm.
Then Bull drawing with Express
Mm.
at home. Actually, Express attacked more compared to Bull because Express had good chances. There's a goal they cancelled and it was a clean goal for
Yeah,
Express.
yeah, yeah.
It was a real clean goal because the guy wasn't offside.
Yeah.
But the linesman said he's offside. I'm like, okay. But it was a clean goal. The guy wasn't offside. Yeah. Entebbe against Vipers, that was a hard game because Entebbe at home has become a big problem to teams.
Even
But
next saw
Vipers
it,
getting
yeah.
the win and the only goal scored by Watambala. Yeah, a goal scored by Watambala says a lot about that Entebbe team. That UPPC is another strong team. So it's like Chitara where they came up and started organizing clubs. That's how UPPC is now. It's a strong team and they made some good signings. And of course, their coach is doing a good job. The former coach of KCCA, who's now at
Dalamoviru and
UPPC.
Coach Livingston Babas.
Yeah. But the league is moving on well.
He's moving
As
on
we
well.
stand, of course, cases. Yakesi has 11 points, and then Bull has the 9 points.
Yeah.
The games which are coming up, of course, there's Maroons up against URA. It's going to be some interesting game. And it's going to be Luzira, I think. It's going to be some interesting game to watch.
So
Then Express up against Imbara.
Barara, yeah.
I'll give Express a win. Yeah, I'll give Express a win in that game because they struggled. After they start giving some babas, they are struggling indeed. Because you can't let go such a towards try to put up the team and organize the team and then you suck him because the performance well. But last season he made you not be relegated. So give him the chance. Give the time and chance. You know. UPDF Police, another inter-post derby.
Yeah. In Bombo.
I'll give it to Police.
Yeah, Police has been good, yeah.
A big one is Chichara up. SC Villa versus up SC Villa versus Chichara. That's a big game to watch.
In Kadiva, that's a
From
big
Thursday
one.
At what? In Kadiva. Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a big one.
I think I might go watch that game because it's at 8 p.m.
It's 8 p.m. 8
yeah.
Yeah.
Go and watch the game.
Yeah, sure. I would also love to watch that game. Yeah. That one is the big one. Then
for the first time they're playing at their home ground.
What do you make of this fixture?
Since the season started, it's their first game.
Can you imagine they had played 4 games away, and this was
4 games away.
And I don't. They have only drawn once.
All that comes in because of
the new format.
Of the new format which was set up. The new format made things to change like that. Yeah, but now they're playing their first game at home against Entebbe PPC. Hope they get that win in the game in Budigo playground, primary school playground.
Yeah,
because that's in West Nile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Vipers KCCA Friday game.
Big one.
Oh,
big one.
Hope Blazers wins that game 6. That on Friday, all roads will head to Chitende for such a big game, you know.
Yeah, is it in Lugogo? I think it's in Lugogo.
No, it's at Chitende. Vipers done hosting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at Chitende. Yeah. Then Saturday, Lugazi up against Buhimba Saints. Buhimba one time, the time they went unbeaten, now started losing games. Lugazi up to step up and win their games because they made some signings. And at home, they're a big threat. We've seen them do a good job. We saw them last season. They were taking on KCC. How KCC struggled. Even Vipers
At
as
home,
well
yeah,
somehow struggled
in
in,
Mavida.
last season as well. Yeah, you saw they struggled. Yeah, in Mavida they struggled. The big another big one is Neck up against Bull on Saturday.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a
Yeah,
big one.
both teams.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, both teams. We know what they can do. Though still, I would say Nimbalangu is still suspended, but doesn't stop Neck from
Udoch, yeah,
believing
Coach
because they've got
Udoch.
the players. Yeah, the players and Coach Odoch as well can do something on as a coach. So that's a fixture for the week. And my predictions, I've said my predictions.
Yep.
But as a KCF fan, I hope we beat Vipers in that game
Yeah.
at their home ground. Yeah.
Vipers, of course, they have shaken off their first game phobia with UPPC. They've
Mm,
not been having game
yeah.
time, so it's going to really be a tense game. Really, really tense game. Wait and see how that the derby unfolds. And also, as we proceed, we wanted to talk about Paul Putt's the issues of Paul Putt's contract. You saw Cameroon came in. I think the enticing offer was that Cameroon might qualify for the World Cup and Paul Putt will get coached in the World Cup. But I think there's something that broke down there because his contract was running out. But we got some good news that FIFA is also fighting tooth and nail to renew, to extend his contract. And also from what we're getting from Paul Putt's statement, it looks jovial. It looks jovial. Are you hopeful that we might have him for a long run? For at least one more year for Paul Putt? And how would you rate his performance?
He hasn't made a bad performance as a coach since he joined the national team. We qualified for AFCON through him. We were number
Second,
two at the table of the World Cup qualifiers. Yeah, which
second in the
yeah,
group,
it
yeah.
has been the best performance since we started playing. Yeah, some good performance. It was one of the best performances in the World Cup qualifiers of Ghana history. Yeah. Then we saw Chan, though he wasn't the main coach, but he was one of the advisors. The team they assembled, and now they played to the quarterfinals of Chan, the first of its kind in Ghana football. So generally, we've seen him assemble a team, and you're like, wow. When I see a Cappadocia in defense, I'm not shaken. I'll be like, I know they will do something in that defense. When I see
Even
when I
The Pande is coming in to Raj.
I
Just
would
speaking of the Chan.
my yeah, the teams he has been assembled have been so good as well. At the end of the day, he has done a good job because which is not bad. But at times only so if Cameroon comes up with a big offer and they tick all the box what he wants, they might say Uganda going to Cameroon because we know what Cameroon can do when it comes to football. But if FIFA gives him a good offer as well, he can still play because he has it that he will be added 2 years contract. So we hope it's the news we want to see, and hope it's the best for the Cranes.
Yeah, we hope. So let's move on to the World Cup qualifiers. Under 17 historical moment. Our teams in the under 17 will be playing in the World Cup qualifiers under Senyon the KCCA coach. Tomorrow we are opening with Canada. Then our match day 2 will be against Chile. Then our match day 3 will be against France. A lot of people are really buoyant about this qualification. If you look at our teams, our players, most of them, you look at Okello, the captain, plays for Bull. Ajara plays for KCCA. Most of these players in the squad are playing in the UPL. Unlike other teams that we are facing, most of the under 17 players might not be playing in the Premier League in their nations. Most people are saying Uganda can really go far in this tournament. Looking at the team, this team has been together, I think, for the third year. How do you fancy our chance in the campaign in Qatar?
Of course, it's the first of its kind for national team Uganda. But when you look at how we performed in AFCON, hence qualifying for
The World
for,
Cup.
for, for the World Cup, it's for the first time a national team of Uganda qualifying for World Cup in football. The first time of its kind. It says a lot about it, and the person now people are looking at James Bogere as one of the top players in
Players in
Ugandan
that
football.
squad, yeah.
When you bring in Brain Ijara, Brain Ijara of KCCA, what the experience he has because he has played on the club level for some good games as well, and we've seen how confident he is in that midfield. It says a lot about our national team. And now how there are some of the team from different regions of Uganda, not only in Kampala. We've seen players coming from Bukedia, people coming from Haima, from Jinja, from Kaliro. They assembled a good team, and this was coming in from these players are coming in mainly from the schools, different schools in the region. Hence seeing such a team, such a team, uh, and now that Arsene Wenger proposed having under 17 being played every year in the same with Arsene Wenger coming up with a strategy of under 17 final World Cup be played every year in Qatar. It's a big advantage to our players because when you look at right now the under 17 is at the World Cup, but there's a team they've summoned right now for CECAFA AFCON qualifiers. See under 17 in Uganda here. Here, what does it say? That we have a lot of talent out there. Yeah, we have a lot of talent out there.
Players will get chance to play.
They've taken the cream to the World Cup in Qatar. Now the other guys now are going to play the qualifiers of AFCON in CECAFA. And the advantage with the World Cup in Africa, they take 9 slots.
That's the
9
under
of them
17
go for the World Cup of under 17. There are 48 teams. Yes, so 9 go for the World Cup. Yeah, in Europe, actually, Europe has got 10. For us, we have 9 slots in Africa. What does it say? We can still make it, and I hope with this kind of arrangement, we are going to see more professionals in Ugandan football and players playing in Europe, real European clubs, big clubs in Ugandan football. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people were talking about some inclusions in the squad. We have Magogo's son. A lot of people are saying that he's not attached to any club, but he has taken a sport. The little you have really researched about him, his playing career, what would you really comment on briefly regarding Magogo?
He's a good player. We saw his big brother one time playing for under is it under 18 with Alpha Sadi as well into the team, and we could see that these guys can replay football because it's not an Ambiango for jokes because he's there because he's playing football for national team for the school team. Now he's on national team. So at times we have to give chance to these guys. They only think of like my father is for president, but what are they doing? Is the coach comfortable with them? Are they going to leave? But yes, give him a chance. Yeah.
Yeah. So before we leave, let me first read the squad that will be traveling. That I think Brian Senyondo, I think his final squad. So under 17. Yeah, I think this is the one. We have Jara Oiroth. It's not really clear here, but I'll get it just a moment. Yeah, so we have Mukwanga Adrian as the goalkeeper, Mukisa Jovan Sereko, Sengova Hamza, Oiroth Stephen, Ijara Brian, Torach Elvis, Sozi Derek, Walusimbi, Abubakari, Bogere James, the player I talked about, Magala Isma, Okelo Richard, the captain, Asimwe John, also a very good player, Wanyama Simon, Kamurunji, Nwegava, Magogo Shakur, that's the one we were talking about, Owino John, Nkola Arafat, also a very good player that we have been following, Waibi Edrison, another keeper, Mazigo, Gilbert, another keeper, Bagenda Enoch, and Ntege Abdul. That is the squad that is going to represent us in the under 17 World Cup. Yeah, so with me here, I want to thank Ms. Addison really for your time, for really joining us in for the tech. We do this every Tuesday. Hopefully, we shall launch our Sunday show, Sunday Nation. Thank you so much, Ms. Addison. Asante.